Sun dipped below the horizon. The sky blazed orange, then deep purple. I loved these woods at dusk. Peaceful, familiar. My grandpa's cabin sat nestled amongst pines, a comforting silhouette against the fading light. He'd built it himself years ago, and every inch held memories. I breathed deep. Pine needles, damp earth, that hint of wood smoke, the scent of my childhood summers. This year, I was alone. Grandpa passed last spring. Still, I felt him here. In the warmth of the cabin, the creak of the porch swing. I wasn't afraid. Not yet. First night I slept sound. Awoke to birdsong, sunlight filtering through the trees. Peaceful, normal. But as I chopped wood that afternoon, a chill snaked down my spine. A feeling, like being watched. I turned, scanned the trees. Nothing. Later, while I fished by the lake, the wind picked up. Rustling leaves, whispering. But not just any whisper. I could have sworn I heard my name. Just the wind, I muttered, reeling in my line. Yet a shiver ran down my spine. I hurried back to the cabin, an unsettling feeling growing in my gut. That night, the nightmares began. Vivid, unsettling dreams, whispering voices, shadows twisting in the corners of my vision. I woke in a cold sweat, heart pounding. The fire had died down, plunging the cabin into darkness. Each creak of the floorboards sent chills down my spine. Morning brought no comfort. The woods seemed different, oppressive. The air heavy, thick with an unseen tension. Even the sunlight seemed unable to penetrate the gloom that had settled over the clearing. My sanctuary had become a prison of fear. Section 4, The Forest Holds Its Breath. I decided to leave, packed my things, fear a knot in my stomach, but as I reached the edge of the woods, the air grew frigid, a presence. Turning slowly, I saw it. A figure, shrouded in shadow, standing at the tree line. Its eyes, two burning embers in the dim light. Terror froze me in place. My breath caught in my throat. The figure took a step closer, its form solidifying. Tall, gaunt, with long reaching arms. My blood ran ice cold. I had never felt such pure primal fear. Section 5. Face to face with fear. I stumbled back, tripping over a fallen branch. Scrambling to my feet, I ran faster than I ever had, the sound of my own ragged breathing the only sound in the silent woods. But the figure was faster. It glided effortlessly over the uneven ground, its glowing eyes never leaving me. The air grew colder, the trees around me seeming to writhe and contort. I could hear it now, a low, guttural growl that seemed to vibrate through my very bones. I didn't dare look back. The image of its twisted form seared into my mind. My lungs burned, my legs screamed for respite, but I didn't dare slow down. Not with that thing on my heels. Section 6. Dawn breaks, but the nightmare lingers. I burst from the tree line, the first rays of dawn painting the sky a pale pink. Collapsing onto the dew-covered grass, I gasped for air, my body racked with tremors. Looking back, I saw nothing but the familiar woods, bathed in the soft light of morning. Had it all been a nightmare? A hallucination brought on by fear and isolation? I left the cabin that day, never to return. The peace I once found in those woods was gone, replaced by a chilling dread that clung to me like a shroud. Even now, years later, I still see those glowing eyes when I close my eyes. The memory of that night in the woods, a haunting reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. The woods hold their secrets close, and sometimes it's better not to know what lurks in the shadows.